Hello everybody, my name is Kelly Thompson and today I will be discussing why false advertising should be illegal. Have you ever ordered something off the internet or taken some type of miracle solution only to find out that it wasn't nothing like you expected it to be? Most of the time you end up feeling misled, or you feel like you were taken advantage of, or something like that, right? We've all been there. According to Wikipedia, false advertising is the use of false, misleading, or unproven information to advertise products and services to consumers. False advertising should be illegal because it causes others to suffer financially and emotionally. People trust the media, and most people, they don't fact check products and services, especially when there's social media influencers, and they won't even check to see if it's authorized by the FDA. How many times have you looked on your social media or you turned on an infomercial and you saw your favorite artist or your favorite social influencer talking about this revolutionary product? Most of the time, you're just going to take it or you're going to buy it. You're not even going to consider whether or not it's, authorized by the Food and Drug Administration or anything like that. Many target consumers for low prices and for quality products. But when the consumer receives these products, as I stated before, they're often disappointed because the products look nothing like the ad. In some cases, the consumer cannot even receive a refund. And I have had many cases that I just had to count it as a loss. Advertisers target. Anyway, my phone just picked up some reception and it's way on the other side of the room, and that's okay. That happens. And that's good because there's times where you can be talking about something amongst your friends and then an advertising would just pop up on your timeline. Sometimes I think they're just listening. Good example. Advertisers target consumers into donating to their state and local government, to buying shoes on the internet that may be giving or promising maximum comfort. False and misleading ads are going more and more and prevalent each day. Let's start going into false advertising in different areas. False advertising in the medical field. Based on an article and contact analysis of false and misleading claims on television advertising and prescription and non-prescription drugs, there are claims about false advertisement for prescription drugs. Research suggests most emphasize claim in prescription drugs and non-prescription drugs advertisements. 33% were actively true. Wow, were particularly or potentially misleading, and 10% was false. In prescription drug ads, non-prescription drugs, 23% objectively true and 7% false. There were similar numbers in potentially misleading claims in prescription drugs, 55%, and non-prescription drugs, 61%. Wow, that's a lot. Now we'll move on to social media ads and clothing. Now, I follow the Shade Room all the time, and I always see these ads like what I order versus what I got. Now, in 2009 and 2010, Reebok made the following claims about this shoe called Easy Tone and Run Tone shoes. They said lab tested and proven that these shoes cause your hamstrings and your calf to burn 11% and tone your butt up to 28% more than regular tennis shoes by just walking. The figures turned out to be complete garbage, and the FTC stated that Reebok needed to pay a settlement of $25 million for deceptive advertising. Now, how do we get to the root of it? And there are so many ways. PayPal has just issued a buyer's protection program where if someone sells you advertising clothing or designers, they will give you a full refund. They will give you a full refund if your products, if you didn't receive them, if the products wasn't to your liking, if the material was off, they'll give you a refund. They also found that research of female stereotypes on online advertising was used at wide numbers. Laws to enforce false advertising. According to 159-113, running the gamut from A to B, federal trademark and false advertising law from Georgetown University claims to protect individuals from false advertising. According to this act, many big businesses have benefited and failed to hold accountability for misleading consumers. In an article, a survey of false advertising in cyberspace claims that false advertising has grown in mass numbers from 2011 to 2012. And as to go on more and more and more, false and misleading goods and services through commercials should be liable in civil actions. Fake news and social media. Online services sometimes public information that is false and misleading. Facebook has taken a great amount of energy to ban those kind of advertising and fake news sites. The sharing of fake news articles on Facebook fell 75% on Facebook compared to Twitter. Fake news and the elections, goodness. Did you know that in 2008, Hillary Clinton used photography filters to make Barack Obama's face look 2 shades darker to sway the votes in her direction? In 2020, United States election false advertisements of President Donald Trump robbing millions of their votes to countless commercial advertising Joe Biden as a corrupt leader. False advertising is widespread in politics. It is especially important after watching the latest debates and even the current events. Because most people believe most advertising to be true, they also sway votes and also give big bucks to donations to campaigns. In conclusion, I conclude potentially misleading claims and prevalent throughout consumer-targeted prescription drugs, campaign donations, or purchase of goods and services are wrong and should be illegal. No matter if it's advertised on TV, Facebook ads, or trade show, false advertising should be illegal because people suffer financially and emotionally. These results are against proponents who argue the social value on online advertising is found misleading consumer about drugs, use of women to sell products, etc. Based on the information I shared today, I suggest that false advertising be illegal. Have a great day.